gonna get it in before this rain falls. But I got my umbrella. This is the end of America, is the end of Esau. Now, we're gonna start off by giving all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. YAHAWAH being the name of the Heavenly Father. YAHAWASHI being the name of His only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Now this is the end of America, the end of Esau. Now I got the prime example of Esau kingdom in America on camera. See, he let these people walking around butt naked, and this is why America is gonna fall. You see. Now we're gonna start off with Jeremiah and get, this is what the Lord sanctioned by all the prophets. This is what He set up before these kingdoms come to an end and these empires. It's Jeremiah 28:8. It say, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms. See, in this America is the greatest kingdom. It's the empire of Esau, Edom. Of great king, against great kingdom of war and of evil and of pestilence. See, World War III is knocking at the door, raging on. You see, where all of these other countries is pointing their missiles towards America. Now let's go into some more. Let's see, Ephesians. We get it out the Old Testament and the New Testament. How Isaiah 28 and 9 and 10, it say precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. So here a little in the Old Testament, so-called Old Testament, and here a little in the so-called New Testament. So this Ephesians 6 and 12. Now I tell you, let me start with verse 11, because this is who it's talking about. It's not talking about what they talking about. It says, put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. See, it's talking about standing against the lies of these deceivers. So that's what devil stands for, a deceiver, a liar. It says, for we, this is verse 12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood. See, it's all about the lies. We wrestle against these lies. It says, but against principalities, the lies of the government, against powers, against rulers. See, the lies of these peoples in power that's ruling over these other people in their government. See, countries and great kingdoms. Of the darkness of this world, see, not of an underworld or spiritual world, see, which people are keep pushing, but the scriptures is totally telling them that this is not the case. They pushing that crap that started way before they was even born, and it was the philosophy of the so-called white man of a fallen angel or some angelic force coming against the Lord's people when he protecting them. It says against spiritual wickedness in high places, and that spiritual is always talking about these lies, man. See, these lies is dealing with this. We're dealing with two spirits. The spirit of truth. Let me get that in John, because I don't want to talk too much. But that's what these people do. They just push out a bunch of philosophies, man. They don't know what the heck they talking about. This is John 4 and 24. It says, God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. So that spirit is going to be a spirit of a liar or the spirit of the truth. Okay? And this is what these people do. They coming after the spirit of the liar. When you go into what 1 John 4, starting at verse 1, it says, "Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they be of God, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. Hereby know ye the Spirit of God." Okay, now you can recognize the spirit of truth. Every spirit that confess that YAHAWASHI is come in the flesh is of God. And every spirit that confess not that YAHAWASHI is come in the flesh is not of God. And this is the spirit of Antichrist, whereof ye have heard that it shall come, and even now already it is in the world. So these red dragons was in the world back then. So this is the spirit people coming on. See, they giving you the spirit of the Antichrist, the doctrine of the Antichrist. Because that spirit came with a doctrine. That spirit came with a lie. And let me go down because it tells you what that spirit is. The spirit of the Antichrist. It says, where is it? It might be in 5. Tell you what that spirit of the Antichrist is. It says, let's see here. Is it in 2 John? 2 John. Well, here go one right here. Verse 9. This is what I was talking about. That spirit coming with a doctrine. It says, "Whosoever transgress and abide not in the doctrine of a Mashiach have not the Most High. He that abide in the doctrine of a Mashiach, he have both the Father and the Son." Okay, and this is what they come. They saying that it ain't no Father and no Son. It's just one operation, which that's a bold-faced lie. But this is what the spirit of the Antichrist be pushing. Okay, and let me see if I can find this. It might be in 1 John. 1 John. Salakia, bear with me 1 second. Let me find this Antichrist. It should be right here, giving you what the Antichrist is. Okay, I got to type it in. Okay. 2, 1, and 7. Okay, I didn't see that one. The first chapter of 2 John, the first chapter, verse 7, Salakia. It says, "For many deceivers are entered into the world." So this talking about a bunch of liars, man. Many liars have entered into the world. It says, "Who confess not that YAHAWASHI Mashiach is come in the flesh." This is a deceiver and an antichrist. You see, this is who the people is following, man. They following the Antichrist spirit, his lies. See, talking about it's a fallen angel, talking about it's some kind of spiritual underworld that's going against God, that's rebelling against God, that's disobeying God. Now let's prove that real quick, that he ain't got nobody disobeying him. Just in case we got some new peoples on the channel. It says Psalms 103, and I'm thinking 20. Psalms 103, And let me start with 19, because he's talking about kingdoms and this world. It says, verse 19, the Lord hath prepared his throne in the heaven. So he prepared the heaven. He's not going to have no mess going on. It says his kingdom, and his kingdom ruleth over all. He control everything. It ain't no angel going to say, no, God, I don't want to do it. We're going to go to war, God. See, he says, bless the Lord, ye his angels, that excel in strength, and do his commandments, hearkening unto the voice of his word. So if an angel is doing something, the Lord sent him to do that. So if an angel come to kill somebody, deceive somebody, do anything, the Lord told him to do it. It says, bless ye the Lord, all ye his hosts, ye ministers of his that do his pleasure. The angels do what the Lord tell them to do, man. Let's get that real quick. They like to run into Job, but see, I don't like to go to Job because they looking at Job like the Lord got a rebellious angel, and they just use that to back up their mess. Well, let's go to Job, because let's to keep debunking they crap. It says, where is it? Verse 6 is Job chapter 1, verse 6. It says, now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. Now, they want to say that this is going on in the heaven, but this ain't going on in the heaven, because that sons of God don't mean no angel every time. When in Genesis 6 it said the sons of God, it was talking about the children of Adam. Adam was a chosen nation. Adam was just like the nation of Israel. So when you hear sons of God, that don't mean it's talking about an angel, man. But they use that assumption to try to push their fallen angel lie. And that's the spirit of the deceiver, the Antichrist. Now let's go into Babylon the Great, America. See, let's get into this America and show you who is the deceiver. This Jeremiah 49, starting with verse 22. Well, you know what? Let's start with 31. This Jeremiah 49 and 31. It says, arise, get you up unto the wealthy nation. See, this is the most wealthiest nation on the planet. That dwelleth without care, says the Lord, which have neither gates nor bars, which dwell alone. See, they over here on the western hemisphere dwelling alone, and they the richest, wealthiest nation on the planet. Jump up to verse 22, it says, behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle, and spread his wings over Basra, and at that day shall the heart of the mighty men of Edom be as the heart of a woman in her pain. So these militaries, these American military, this is who he's talking about. When YAHAWASHI come and fly like as an eagle, it's going to be over Basra, which was always the stronghold of these Edomites. Okay? Let's see here. It says, jump over the Jeremiah 50. It tells you it's talking about Babylon. And Babylon is that great city that is talked about in Isaiah 47. Let's get that. When you Google, is it Isaiah 47? Yeah, you Google Isaiah 47. It tells you you're talking about the daughter of Babylon, not the ancient Babylon. It's going to say it's talking about America. Verse 41, it says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Because it's a place that sit without care, and it's what you call it? It's a wealthy nation that they know not to mess with, and it's never been touched, never been attacked. It says never been humbled, because that's another thing. And humble go to humiliation. See, it's never been humbled by an attack by a foreign entity. It says, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. See, this place is tender and delicate because they haven't been hit by no military force that can even compete with them in any kind of way. When the so-called Japanese was coming, they say, oh man, we trying to take down a giant. See, they knew that they was messing with something that they can't even beat. Now, so this daughter of Babylon, let's go back to Jeremiah, because that Basra is basically talking about the daughter of Babylon. This Jeremiah 50 and 42. It says, they shall hold the bow in the land. They are cruel and will not show mercy. Their voice shall roll like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses, every one put in array, like a man to the battle against thee, O daughter of Babylon. You see, that Basra that was being described with the Edomites and the mighty men of Edom is talking about America. That's why in Connecticut, the Lord calls them to call that place Basra. See, Basra, Connecticut. Because he was showing how this place is Basra through the Spirit. Now it says this daughter of Babylon here in Jeremiah 50, you can link it up right back to Edom, the description of Edom in Jeremiah 49, because here in Jeremiah 50 and 40 it says, as God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. So it's quoting that Sodom and Gomorrah verse, that this is how this nation going to be destroyed. Verse 41, it says, behold, a people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coast of the east. I was describing Russia, China, Iran, and all of these other people, this coalition of nations that's rising up, getting nuclear missiles. Putin got Satan 1, Satan 2. You got the Chinaman got some nuclear missiles. He's developing his missiles. Iran developing his nuclear missiles. North Korea got their nuclear missiles, and Russia is guarding both of them. See, when you get to attacking Iran too much, they're gonna say, oh, Russia finna join in. You get to messing with China or North Korea. North Korea is sending soldiers to Ukraine battlefield. That's how close Putin is with these North Koreans. So all these people are going to be shooting missiles at America. Plus NATO is going to switch out on America and go with Russia. Now let's go